How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Justin Collects. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all my upcoming content. And make sure you go and check out the backlog. I've got some really good reviews up on the channel. I've, of course, got my collection tour up. That video has absolutely taken off, so I'm very happy about that. But if you're wondering what all I collect, you see me peppering different things with these reviews and everything, go check out that collection tour. It's a little outdated now that I've moved some stuff around. Got a new one coming. I do have an update video on here, but you can see what I collect. And as you can see by what's in front of you right now, one of those things that I collect is Pokemon. So I've got the Slowpoke 3-pack with Pikachu and Litwick here, and as well as the single-pack Tauros. So I'm really excited to bust these open. So I was looking for the single-pack Slowpoke, couldn't find it anywhere. I did not need this Litwick and Pikachu at all, but without further ado, let's break all these Pokemon out of their cardboard and plastic prison.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! Pikachu!
He sprouted antlers, like a gazelle.
Alright guys, so we can take a look at Tauros first. And let's read a Pokedex entry real quick off the Pokemon.com. I believe this is from Blue, like OG Blue. When it targets an enemy, it charges furiously while whipping its body with its long tails. So kind of like, it whips itself with its tails to like make it angry? I don't know, that's kind of weird. But Tauros, like in the world of Pokemon, comes out about over 4 feet tall, about 200 pounds. So he's a big boy, and I think he scales really well. You can see like Pikachu right there. I think that looks pretty accurate, right? Of course, this is a must-have if you're collecting like all the Gen 1 Pokemon, like I want to. This looks good. It has this little action feature where you push it down and you push the tail up, and he kind of like shoots himself forward. And to help with that, these back hoofs are rubber pieces. The front are plastic, but the back are rubber. And just, it looks awesome. Mine came out pretty good. Now, the thing about these Pokemon toys is you can get bad paint apps. So I have a blemish right there, but that's not bad. The head looks good. And again, these are like little $10, $10 figures. Alright guys, so the 3-pack that came with Slowpoke also comes with a Litwick. You can see, little cute guy here. So Litwick is a Ghost Fire type. He's Gen 5, I believe. Yep, Gen 5. And his Pokedex entry says, its flame is usually out, but it starts shining when Litwick absorbs life force from people or Pokemon. So, I don't know if... so the Ghost type Pokemon typically are notorious for having kind of creepy Pokedex entries, where Pokemon is, meant for kids, but it really can get real when it's talking about those ghost types. So, little guy, just no articulation, of course. And we all know who this guy is. And Pikachu, they release him constantly in these 3-packs, I guess to justify re-releasing the molds and stuff. Comes in several different molds, but we all know Pikachu, mascot of Pokemon, Gen 1. Electric Mouse type. When it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in its cheeks. So, this is the main character, Ash's little buddy, and everybody knows who Pikachu is, and all the old people say, oh yeah, that's a cool looking Pikachu with a flame, and that's a cool Dragon Pikachu. All Pokemon are Pikachu to them. Kind of like how all Dragon Ball Z characters are Goku to Dan Hu. And next, you've got everyone's favorite lovable oaf. I don't know if he's everyone's favorite. I don't know if he's anyone's favorite, to be honest with you. But Slowpoke from Gen 1. Water Psychic, kind of like a water sloth type, I've always thought of him as. It says here, it is incredibly slow and dopey, of course. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. So I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. But looking at Slowpoke here, you do get a few points of articulation here. The tail rotates. Nothing in the head. But all the arms do have a hinge. And the back, moves forward and back too. Yeah, they both do that. One's a little tight. So it's limited in articulation. I believe the front is supposed to, but mine is only hinging. I don't know if the front is supposed to. They do phone in articulation with these guys. I think it's just the head's limiting that. But honestly, they're little cheap figures, and to me, these scale great with your 12-inch 1/12 scale, the 6-inch scale action figures in my collection. They look good next to everything. I really wish that they would have one true scale with all these, because like I've said before, I absolutely love the super articulated Pokemon Select line. But in all of those, it's like they picked individual scales for each one of them. None of them really scale that great together. But individually, they all look great. I think Charizard is definitely my favorite from that line. But yeah, let's compare this. Speaking to Charizard, let's get a couple of the Pokemon Select figures down to compare these two. And would you look at that? So this is all 4 of the new figures. Next, well, looking at Pikachu, air quotes, new. Next to the Pokemon Select Charizard, and again, that's why this is my favorite Pokemon figure, because I really feel like he is true 1/12 scale. He looks great with these. But then when you get into another character like the Pokemon Select Mewtwo, he kind of towers over them a little more than I think he should. It's not the worst offender, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like he does scale a little big. But again, this segment is not about how the Pokemon Select figures scale with these guys, it's about how these guys scale with everything else. So here they are next to the Marvel Legends VHS X-Men animated series Cyclops. And if you're curious and want to see a little Yu-Gi-Oh crossover, here they are next to the SH Monster Arts Blue Eyes White Dragon. And for another 1/12 scale 90s example, here they are next to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. Alright guys, so that wraps up my review on the Jazwares new-ish Pokemon figures. I know the Tauros is new, the Slowpoke is new, the Pikachu and Litwick are re-releases, probably repainted. You know, Pikachu's always released in different mold. I'm really excited to get the Tauros and the Slowpoke to add to my OG Pokemon collection. And honestly, these figures are a little awkward to review. I do want to kind of show off the Pokemon figures as I get them, but let's be honest, they don't really do much. But to me, it's really good to just kind of assemble them all in kind of a decent scale with each other. And I mean, you can kind of play with the size. And if you're familiar with Pokemon, you do have extra small Pokemon, larger Pokemon, and stuff like that in the same breeds. So that's it, guys. I know not that many people in the collector community collect a lot of the Pokemon figures, but I do want to, just document them as I pick them up, because 151 OGs plus all the other ones I like, kind of collecting them. There's a lot of them, and not that many people on YouTube really kind of show off these Pokemon figures, and I think they're good for what they are. So that's it, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, stay up to date on all my future upcoming content, and again, check out my backlog. And as always, I appreciate you guys.